Good morning, my YouTube subscribers and other YouTubers. This is Arissa, and this morning I wanted to talk a little bit about some questions that my big shop buddy that I was talking about in my other video. She posed some pretty interesting questions, and I was going to actually do a video to touch on them. It's really early in the morning, and I have to go do this really fast because I have to go to the university in a few. But anyways, the first question she asked me about was like scalp stimulants like peppermint oil and menthol and hair growth. Now, the honest answer is I don't know if those work or not, but using a little bit of like the knowledge that I have learned from school thus far and just a little critical thinking, I would have to say that I can't think of how peppermint oil would help your hair grow or stimulate your scalp. If there was some way, I could look into it and come back and let you guys know if what I just said was all wrong. But if there was some way that peppermint oil maybe increased blood flow, then I maybe could see how that would work, or menthol would increase blood flow. But I think that the sensation that you get, that tingling sensation, is just there's a property of those oils acting on the nerves that are on your scalp. Because hair growth actually comes from, I'm going to do a video on the structure of hair and all that stuff too, from the root of the hair, on the outer edges of which is called like the bulb, like the hair is in like a little sac like this. At the very bottom is it's called like a papilla, that's what it's called. And that's where all the blood vessels, the little tiny capillaries feed the cells that are around that area. And those dividing cells and the rate of the dividing cells is what determines your hair growth. And it's going to be different for different people, and it's going to vary depending on your age. The younger you are, of course, the faster the cells are going to divide. Versus as you get older, the cells start to slow down, thus your hair probably grows slower. And also you start to lose follicles as you get older, thus your hair gets thinner. So I don't know if peppermint oil or menthol is going to really affect the rate of the dividing cells. She was asking about vitamins. A healthy diet is always important. Now, the average American person, I mean, it's really hard to get a vitamin deficiency in the United States right now, but with the exception of vitamin D, because all of our foods are fortified and we tend to overeat. But if you're the type of person who eats a lot of junk food, then you're probably not getting those nutrients, and I would recommend like a basic multivitamin. But as far as super loading on the B vitamins and C vitamins, and I don't really think that's necessary. Your body's only going to use what it needs, and the rest you're going to basically pee out, the water-soluble vitamins. Now, the fat-soluble vitamins, vitamin K, vitamin A, vitamin D, and vitamin E, those are actually really dangerous to superload on, because fat soluble means that it's going to stay in your body. You run the risk of overdosing on the vitamins and getting toxic, basically, from taking too many vitamins, and that can have some adverse effects on your health. So I would just basically say talk to your doctor. Or just take a multivitamin. I don't recommend you going out and buying all these supplements and stuff, because you don't really need them. Like I said, the fish oil is something that everyone can take, the omega-3s, because not a lot of people eat enough fish. And vitamin D, especially people with darker skin, because we don't make as much from the sunlight because our skin is darker, and we probably don't drink enough milk, so you're not getting enough vitamin D. Those are probably the only two that I could think of that you would need a supplement. And everything else, either it's a waste of money, anything beyond a basic multivitamin. She also asked me about, let's see how much time I have. Okay. She also asked me about protein conditioners, like that you need heat to make the protein go into the hair and all this stuff. That I don't know either. I'm going to research on how how conditioners work in general. But from what I've learned thus far, is conditioners just affect the outer layer of the hair called the cuticle. And the cuticle can open, it'll open up in water because your hair will kind of expand, and the water will go into the cuticle. Like when it's humid outside and your hair gets huge, at least mine does. And the moisturizing conditioners just kind of work kind of like how a fabric softener would work, to kind of like soften up the cuticle, make it a little bit more pliable, a little bit more manageable. And the protein conditioners, what I think happens, just, trying to think hypothetically here until I find out the actual answer. I think that the proteins kind of maybe lodge themselves into the cuticles or maybe coat over the cuticles to kind of give the hair some added support or some added rigidity. Like people who have a lot of heat damage, or if you have relaxers or any type of the coloring and stuff, you know, you lose some of your cuticle doing the heating and the coloring and all of that. So with the protein, if you do like a deep protein treatment or use a basic protein conditioner, the protein themselves are going to kind of coat along the hair to kind of give it some rigidity, give it some strength that is lost from losing the outer layers of the cuticle. That's what I think. You know, I'll research it, and if I find something different, then I'll let you guys know. But I just wanted to make a quick video, which is probably not quick, but I have to run out because I have to go up to work so I don't be late on my first day. So I'll see you guys in a few. And if you have anything, if you have any information that was contrary to what I just said, or if you have any additional information to add, please let me know, because I'm always open to other people's information too. And just leave a comment or send me a message or something like that, email, that's fine. And I'll get back to you guys in a few. Take care.